If you're thinking about starting a trucking company, thinking about getting your own authority, you've probably came across the term freight factoring and factoring companies, and you may be wanting to know what that is. I know when I started my trucking company, I had a lot of questions about freight factoring and what it was. And I also had a viewer leave a comment on a previous video that I made about, can you explain the freight factoring process and what freight factoring is? So in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So in order to talk about factoring, let me first tell you about how you get paid for delivering freight. So you're going to drop off a load, and now when it's time to get paid, you're going to be waiting on the broker to then pay you. So what's going to happen is you are going to send the broker. So in this example, I have Lindsay Trucking. So Lindsay Trucking has dropped off a load for the broker. Now, in order to get paid, Lindsay Accounting is going to send this broker an invoice, the BOL, rate confirmation, any documents that the broker requires. So that broker is then, once the broker then has all that information, he's going to pay you for the load. Well, how long it takes him to pay you is going to vary by broker. So some brokers could take 25 days, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days. It's just going to vary by broker, but it's not uncommon for it to be 30 days in trucking. So you're going to drop off that load. You're going to send the broker everything the broker needs, and then that broker is going to pay you your rate. Let's say that rate is $2,000. So you're going to get your $2,000, but it may take 30 days. Well, if you're running a trucking business, 30 days could be a long time to wait to get paid, especially when you're first getting started. Because remember, your trucking business is going to have all types of expenses. So you got fuel you're paying, you got any type of repairs that come up, insurance, any truck or trailer payments, and then last but not least, anything you want to have for yourself as an owner. So any type of owner pay. Well, 30 days could be a very, very long time, especially for a new small trucking company to wait to get paid. Because this load gets dropped off, but then you're moved on to the next load, but you still haven't gotten paid yet, and you have to wait 30 days. That could be a very long time. Well, that's where factoring comes in. And think of factoring the way I think about factoring is it's basically getting a company to buy your invoices in exchange for you being paid out earlier instead of waiting 30 days based on the broker payment terms. So let me give you an example. So let's say you get hooked up with RTS. RTS is a factoring company that I recommend. So RTS says, okay, Lindsay Accounting, you and I can create a relationship. So you apply to work with RTS, you get approved or not. And then RTS is then going to say, okay, I'll buy your invoices, Lindsay Trucking. And in exchange for buying your invoices, I'm going to want a fee of, let's say, 3%. Each factoring company is going to differ, but sometimes it could be 2, 3, 4, 5%. It just varies by factoring company. So let's say in this example, RTS says the fee for me buying your invoices is going to be 3%. And I will pay you either that same day, next day, or the next day after that. Either way, it's going to be, you're going to get paid a lot faster than 30 days. So RTS is going to send Lindsay Trucking $1,940. Well, remember the invoice is for $2,000. RTS is only going to send you $1,940. Now what is that? That's 97% of the invoice amount. Because remember, RTS, for paying you a lot faster, they're going to charge you 3%. And 3% of $2,000 is $60. So RTS is going to hold back $60. They're going to send you $1,940, but they're going to pay you, a lot faster. And again, that's going to vary. Sometimes it's the same day, next day. But either way, it's going to be much, much faster than waiting 30 days. So you can then take that $1,940 and use that to keep funding your trucking operation. And you can see if you're dropping off multiple loads a week, and let's say you're bringing in $10,000 a week, that can add up pretty quickly. And then you can be waiting on invoices to be paid for. And if you're waiting on invoices to be paid for 30 days, that's a lot of money held up. So in order to speed up your cash flow, you can get paid a lot faster. by working with a factoring company to help you cover all these expenses that are happening throughout the month. Okay. So then what happens next? All right. So you've gotten paid from RTS and Lindsay Trucking has moved on. You've moved on to your next load. Okay. So now what happens is the broker is going to pay RTS the full $2,000. And now RTS is then going to wait the 30 days to get paid. And you can see RTS is going to make their money when they get paid from the broker. So that $60, remember, they paid you $19.40, but they're going to get $2,000 from the broker. That's $60. That's when RTS is going to get paid. So everybody has a different opinion about factoring. Some people say some people love it, some people hate it. It's really up to you. I know when I got started, I wanted to have the cash flow and I wanted to get paid after every load as fast as possible because I needed that money and wanted the money to cover all these different expenses. And I had a driver, I had to keep the driver paid, and that just would have been very, very difficult to do just starting out. So me personally, I like the idea of factoring, especially for a small new trucking company that doesn't want to drain their savings to get the business going when they don't have to. This is an option. So those are my thoughts on the factoring process. And I just wanted to make a quick video about that. Hopefully that's helpful to you, just to give you an overview of it. Be sure to hit the like button on the way out, and thanks for watching. Take care.